So here we go. Oh my gosh. Alright. So, yeah, a lot of stuff just went down. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am back in Floating Sandbox, continuing the Build-A-Ship series. Now today we're going to be building the engine room. So a lot of people suggested this part of the build, and yeah, here are the comments on screen. Now before I get started with building the engine room and engineering spaces, I want to quickly thank everybody that's left comments and suggestions. Without these, this series wouldn't exist. And yeah, if I missed a couple in this list, I do apologize. There were just so many comments, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. Alright, so here we have the ship. This is how we left it off in the last episode. And we're going to start with the engine room because we can't add anything else without the engine room because we've got a bunch of stuff running from the engines to the outside of the ship. Like, for example, the propeller shaft, which is just a giant rod that runs from the engine itself to the propellers. So let's go ahead and let's build in those engines. So let's find a material that looks pretty decent for an engine, and I think some low-grade iron will do the trick. So let's go ahead and start building that in. So we're going to start with the base of the engine, which shouldn't be too hard here. It's just going to be a regular rectangle. Now I'm going to find a lighter green, and we're going to add in the main portion of the engine. And it's mainly just going to be a rectangle for now. We're going to add some more details in a moment. Now let's go ahead and add in some more low-grade iron again. These are going to be vertical beams that go up. Now I'm going to add in another green color to just make it pop a little more. But it wouldn't be complete without some catwalks. So let's go ahead and add some in. We'll build one right here. And we're going to add in a ladder. Now luckily this ladder goes directly into the crew bunks. So if the crew needs to go to sleep, they just need to go up the ladder and there we go. Now the next thing I want to do is turn the third funnel into an escape hatch for the crew members. So if something were to go really wrong, they can actually escape. So to do that, it's pretty simple. We just got to make some ladders going up. Alright, so now we've got the staggered floors. Let's go ahead and add in the stairs. Now, of course, they're not detailed right now, but we'll do that in just a moment. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and let's add in a doorway. Alright, and there we are. Now that we have the staircase going up, we can now connect it to the engine room. So let's go ahead and let's bring the stairs down. Now, I'm not too sure about this design. It seems like the ladder is just too long, so I might redesign it. Okay, I think something like this is a lot better. So there we go. Now what we're going to build is the propeller shaft because we can't spin the propeller without the propeller shaft. So let's go ahead and let's add in a line, and that'll go from the engine all the way to where our propellers are gonna be. So it's pretty simple. We just draw this out like that, and there we are. Now, of course, we need supports to hold up the propeller shaft, so let's go ahead and add in some right here. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's build in a generator room. So we'll make it just aft of the engine room, and yeah, should be pretty simple to build. So what I'm going to do is just extend the catwalk out so we can overlook the rest of the room, but also we'll have a control panel area up on the catwalk. Now I'm going to build in a generator looking machine. I know there are generators already in the game, but we're not going to be working on the lighting systems today. That'll be in another video, so stay tuned for that. We're just going to make the room itself. Alright, there we go. That looks like a generator. It's not the best thing in the world, but there we are. Now I'm going to build an angled wall that has a window in it so we can see down into the generator room. Alright, there we go. I got the control room all set up there. Now let's go ahead and let's add in another generator, and I think we're good. So it's pretty simple, just using the copy and paste tool. So I'll just copy the generator and paste it in. And there we are. So zooming out, we have a better picture of what we're looking at. We've got our boiler room, we've got the engine room, and then the generator room. Now, let's go ahead and let's make an auxiliary generator room with some storage. Now, since we're going to be splitting it into two rooms, we just need to create a new water-type bulkhead, and there we are. So now with the wall divider in, let's go ahead and let's add in a smaller generator. This time around, though, it's not going to have its own control room because we don't really need one for this small space. Alright, so there's the generator. It's in, but it's sort of just copy and paste, and I don't really like that too much. So let's make it red because it's going to be an emergency generator, so having it red would make sense. Alright, so I think at this point, let's go ahead, let's check out the water level on the ship, and then we'll spawn it and sink it. So here we go, let's check the water line, and we're still good. Now let's go ahead and let's imagine that there was some catastrophic damage to the rear of the ship. We'll just cut a hole in the ship there, and we'll see what happens. As you can see, immediately water floods the aft compartments. It is just a terrible situation for anybody in the back of the ship because, yeah, the water just rushed in, and now we're to the point where, there is a large amount of the ship that is just sitting under the waterline. However, luckily, the buoyancy is being kept at bay here. I did end up closing this wall off, which I'm probably going to need to open soon, and also, these are some very short bunks, so we'll need to fix that as well. But, there we go, and now that's flooding. So within minutes, the ship is basically going vertical. The bow is coming out of the water. Didn't really last long because, that was some pretty catastrophic damage in a part of the ship that is not really watertight. And, yeah, there it goes. So with that, let's go ahead, let's respawn the ship, and let's do something catastrophic. First, we're going to need to make something not so nice to crash into, and basically a vertical wall will do. And just move the ship really fast into the wall and see what happens. So here we go. Oh my gosh. Alright. So, yeah, a lot of stuff just went down. 1, the bow broke off. 2, massive flooding occurring at the back of the ship. I don't know where all that water came from, but, yeah, it's flooding in and flooding in fast. Alright, we're moving fast. And, oh yeah. That doesn't look good. So, at this point, you can't really tell it was a ship. It's more just a million pieces at this point, and going down. So as the ship slides down this cliff, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see y'all next time, guys. Goodbye.